Welcome to your full moon release and let go guided meditation astrology report for June 24th, 2021 in the sign of Capricorn. I am Susan Saucier, your spiritual life coach, and I'm here to help you embrace your authentic self and offer some insight and guidance to help you navigate the energy of this full moon. First, here are 5 things you need to know about this particular full moon. Number 1, this full moon will happen on June 24th, and it is in the sign of Capricorn. Number 2, Saturn is retrograde and squaring Uranus as of June 14th, and this is setting up a 20-year cycle. Number 3, Jupiter enters retrograde on June 20th. Number 4, Mercury goes direct on June 22nd. And number 5, Neptune goes retrograde on June 25th. So what does all of this mean for you? Well, first, let's talk about the full moon that happens on June 24th in the sign of Capricorn. June is a busy month as we continue our journey through the eclipse season and experience more retrogrades, which will slow down the energy. I'd also like to remind you that these eclipses have brought about the opportunity for each of us to experience great change. You have the opportunity to break old habits and form new ones that will truly benefit you. These eclipses shine a light on your path, and each of you are being guided and directed to your specific path that aligns with who you are and where you are supposed to be. Now, this can feel really intense, and it can make you feel a bit lost and not sure of where you're going. So if you're experiencing that, know that this is happening to a lot of people right now, and that's okay. It's because change is necessary. And the truth is, on some level, you probably don't know where you're going. So it's a time to surrender and to live in the present moment, not in the past, not in the future. Be willing to take your hands off the wheel and let the universe take you to your next destination. Now, if you aren't feeling lost and you have a really good idea of where you're going and what you want to do, then awesome. Just pay attention to anything that might be guiding you to have ideas or thoughts that might be a little off course of where you might have naturally gone, and just be open to it, because there could be some possibilities that are awaiting you that you have not been open to before. Now, this is important. The eclipse season has created a 19-year cycle. In other words, what you are creating right now is what you are setting up for the next 19 years. Ask yourself, do I want to be doing this habit for the next 19 years? Do I want to be treated this way in this relationship for the next 19 years? Do I want to be doing this particular job for the next 19 years? I mean, this is really big. Since this is a full moon, it's super important to take advantage of this and make a list of everything you want to release and let go of. It's more potent because of the eclipses that have brought about a shining light of clarity where we are needing to really look and notice what needs changing, because we are creating something that's going to be long term. So pay attention to what you want to take with you and what you don't. Now, I don't normally suggest this, but because the eclipses have brought about this 19-year cycle, you can also begin to make a big list of everything you do want to take with you and what you do wish to create for the next 19 years. You don't have to state when you want these things or situations or where or how. Just write them down. A wish list. Here are some examples. Abundance, excellent health, prosperity, a perfect partner who matches you and aligns with you, financial security, love, peace, and unity. Whatever it may be, I encourage you to make a big list of what you want as well as a big list of what you don't want. Normally, I say 5 to 10 things, but because we're in this particular time, creating 19 years, it's important that we just throw everything on there that we can think of. So if you make that list, just go ahead and put it aside. I will be discussing it more during the next new moon video in July. So for now, just keep that list with everything that you do want in your new moon papers or journal, and make sure that it states that this is your 19-year plan and the date that you write it. Also take into account what age you will be 19 years from now. How do you wish to see your life at that point? Now, this particular full moon has great potential and can feel a bit magical as we are offered opportunities to make a stronger connection with our intuition and supercharge our drive and ambition as you become extremely dedicated to your goals. This is also a great time to connect with nature and Mother Earth, since Capricorn's element is earth. So use grounding techniques. Walk barefoot in the grass. Lean up against a tree. Lie on the grass, look at the stars or the clouds. You may even find that being in nature is extremely soothing at this time. June has a bit of a mixed energy feel to it. You may have had days where you felt really great and other days where you felt lost and a bit scattered and trying to figure out which direction you need to go in. And you might even have felt confused. Take this time to think about the changes you need to make to get where you want to go and where you want to be. What action is needed? What do you need to shift? Go into your heart space and feel into it. If you could wish upon a star, what would your wish be? Whatever that wish is, know that it is there for you. But you need to take action in order to make it happen. Without taking action, it can fall away. Also remember, you have had a lot of processing over the last few months and a lot to digest. Even as you come out of a very difficult 2020, you are realizing the importance of shedding what is no longer valid, what is no longer needed. And this particularly surrounds anxiety and fear. It's time to let those go. Notice that you are at the halfway point of 2021. This is a check-in point in your life. Changes are needed. Changes have already happened, and changes will continue to happen. Ask yourself what no longer resonates with you, and understand that you have guides and helpers around you supporting you and all the changes. The key to remember is that you have to participate in order to make the most of this shift. This important transformation is here for you. But you have to be willing to take the action and not just think about it. Know that this is for your highest good, and because of that, it will be for the highest good of all. Because this is a time of completion and letting go and endings. It is really important to stay grounded during this time, especially if you are feeling stressed, tired, depressed, lost. Let the earth recharge your batteries. Remember the importance of taking care of you. Now, Capricorn is all about discipline, responsibility, setting goals and conquering them. extreme dedication, determination, resourcefulness, achieving, organizing, loyalty, and even taking your public reputation seriously. And also, Capricorn is usually a good judge of character. So it's important to tap into all of this energy that the full moon in Capricorn is allowing you to tap into at this time. I will mention some of the downsides or the negative attributes of Capricorn, because they can also be flowing around us and be tempting. These would be feelings of being judged unfairly by others, or even you judging others. So remember to keep that in perspective. You can find yourself focusing too much on material gain, holding grudges, having trouble of letting go and forgiving, issues with asking others for help, being stubborn and not willing to see the big picture, and being pessimistic with worry if something is going really well. Don't wait for the other shoe to drop. Enjoy that everything's going well. Enjoy your blessings and be grateful. Now, since Capricorn is a cardinal sign, this is also a time of initiation and leadership. Even though the full moon is asking you to let go and release what no longer serves you, it is also a time to do that so that you can make room for what you do desire. So take the lead, take action, use this drive and this determination to make the changes you are needing in your life. Use this motivation to break old habits. Don't be afraid of what's showing up for you, even if it is in unfamiliar territory. Accept that you are being guided to change, and sometimes that requires stepping out of your comfort zone and making difficult decisions. Remember, this can lead to wonderful outcomes, but you have to be willing to take the action to make things happen. Don't waste time. Use this deep commitment and hit the delete button on what you don't need in your life. Go ahead and use Capricorn's resilient energy and don't give away your power. Choose your reality and, if necessary, turn down the dial on those around you who wish to continue living in negativity and misery, because they will continue to drain you, only if you choose to let them. Number 2, Saturn is retrograde and squaring Uranus as of June 14th, setting up a 20-year cycle. Now, I talked about this in the last new moon video, and just want to briefly remind you that this can feel disruptive and tense due to unexpected restrictions or changes that can occur, and you will see this play out throughout the rest of the year with a clearer understanding in December on Christmas Eve. Again, this can be globally, but also playing out in your personal life as well. It's a push-pull energy of freedom and rules and restriction. This can be a time where you may need to let the other person speak and just listen, giving them the opportunity to feel heard and respected. Even though you may wish to say how you feel or offer advice, it's better to wait till you're asked and then be cautious how you respond and share your advice. You want them to feel heard and loved as opposed to feeling judged and controlled. You may also find that you might need to compromise in order to find common ground. Since Saturn is currently retrograde, you are being encouraged to take ownership of your actions, and because it squares with Uranus, the energy can intensify, and you may feel like you have to really push through some limiting beliefs, some blocks that have been there, and or boundaries so that you can fully step into your authentic true self and own it with pride. Since this is a 20-year cycle, you really want to take advantage of owning who you are and keeping those boundaries set and in place. Also, because as a collective, the more we all focus on the same wishes, the same beliefs, the same reality we wish to see, the more we will have a vibration that we create in our world that brings about the same things. So, in other words, if we focus on love and peace and freedom and unity, then that brings us a higher chance of receiving that as our outcome when we are all on the same frequency. Number 3, Jupiter enters retrograde on June 20th. Now, Jupiter wishes to open up opportunities, promote faith, and bring optimism into your world. The Capricorn realist might find it hard to let Jupiter's energy flow freely, so keep that in mind if you find yourself trying to control everything. It might just be that Capricorn energy of being in control and achieving, when sometimes it's important to just allow things to flow. Jupiter going retrograde is offering you the opportunity to review, revise, and revisit what has transpired over the past few months. Did you miss some opportunities? And where can you make room for more expansion and transformation in your life? Jupiter will be retrograde until October, so take this time to go within, because this is a time of spiritual introspection and philosophical reflection. It's like a light shining a spotlight on any destructive behaviors, bad habits, limiting beliefs that we may still be holding on to, but we need to release. You may find issues coming up forcing you to deal with inner growth, spiritual development, and what you need to do to bring joy and success into your life. Since Jupiter is expansion, pay attention to your thoughts and any negative beliefs at this time. You certainly don't want to expand and create more negative outcomes. So pay attention to your thoughts, how you speak to yourself, how you feel about yourself, and what you allow in your life that's negative around you. You may feel at times that you are lost in a fog and you literally can't see where you're going. If you find yourself feeling that way, go into your heart space. Bring yourself back to the present moment. Don't focus on the future. Don't focus on what if and when and I could have or I should have. Just know that you are being guided and that patience is needed at this time as you reflect on who you are at this moment and how you are transforming and allowing yourself to become that butterfly you wish to be. It's okay to put yourself in that little cocoon at this time. If you have trouble quieting your mind, start focusing on your breathing, counting the breaths in and out. Find an object to really stare at. Some people find looking at a lit candle flame helps them. Use guided meditations. They can also help you with your mind to picture things and walk you through where you need to be. Either way, when you're feeling lost, pay attention to what's coming up, maybe even write it down, and you can also burn that, but also allow yourself to feel it and to recognize what needs to be addressed so that you can release it. Number 4, Mercury goes direct on June 22nd. Finally, however, we will be in the shadow for another week or so, which you can still feel some lingering effects. Either way, Mercury retrograde is most powerful during the start and the end dates. So just because we're at the finishing point does not mean it can be subtle. So remember to stay grounded, practice deep breathing and patience, because upheavals can still show up, and miscommunication and computer glitches and phones not working can still happen around that time. However, you will begin to notice if you have been feeling lost with certain issues and areas in your life. Once Mercury does go direct, you may find some clarity and some outcomes that have results. You may also find solutions to problems that you weren't able to since May 29th. You may find yourself only getting half the story during the retrograde time and now getting the full story. Number 5, Neptune goes retrograde on June 25th. Since Neptune is all about illusion, when it goes retrograde, you might find yourself breaking down illusions from your past. You can also get lost in the illusion that you can help everyone and save them. So this is a reminder that this is not your life. It is their life and their path. Even though it can be really difficult to let them make their mistakes, fall down, know that this is how they grow and learn. I know it's difficult not to rescue and to give that support to save them. So understand it's a time where if it's extreme, you do need to jump in and help. If it's not the level of extreme, do your best to hang back and just send them loving energy and support in that way. You may also notice that your intuition is really high right now, so use the power of this and pay attention to what you're feeling. Do not ignore your gut feelings. You may find that you're having more vivid dreams and dreams that are actually guiding you and giving you insight and validating what you're feeling, what direction you may need to go in. This is your connection to the divine. Since Neptune is all about fantasy, illusion, escaping, creativity, and dreams, when it enters retrograde, it's as if the fog is lifted and you now have the ability to see things more clearly instead of the illusion that you saw before and perhaps even held you back from moving forward. So with Neptune retrograde, this will be a time to reflect on yourself. Ask yourself if you are ready to rise to the challenges that life brings you in order to overcome and become your true authentic self. This is a time of great personal awareness and introspective. This is a time to reinvent yourself. Everything is here for you to do that in a positive way. You are being reminded to live in the present moment, the here and the now, not the past, not the future. It's time to reflect on your hopes and your dreams and what you truly wish for the future and what you want to leave behind. It's also a great time to connect with your creative side because it is at its peak, especially in areas of music, art, writing, dancing. This is a time to connect with how you feel and get to know yourself better and how to take care of yourself better. Neptune in retrograde is also going to assist you in greater ambition to go after your goals and to achieve them. You will also be guided to find a more realistic path that aligns with who you are, with your spirit, while at the same time keeps you connected to the earth as well. Use all of these alignments to allow yourself to be all that you came here to be. Now let's talk about setting up your space for this full moon release, and then we'll prepare for your guided meditation so we can let go and move forward. In order to make the most of this full moon release and meditation, it's important that you set up your space and take the time to appreciate the opportunity that each full moon offers you. Each full moon is the completion of a cycle and symbolizes an end chapter of what began the month before. The release is a time of purging the things in our lives that no longer serve us, such as addictions, bitterness, anger, fear, suffering from hurtful relationships, physical and emotional pain, and fears and doubts and limiting beliefs that have kept us from moving forward. You can use this full moon meditation each month around the full moon. The power of the full moon is still potent within 48 hours of the actual time the full moon takes place. The first step is to tap into and connect with the power of the full moon. Here are a few things that will help you connect with the full moon and this release process. I suggest that you get together a few things before you start this meditation. First would be a paper and pen or pencil, lighting a candle, preferably white, and sage to clear your space, or you can state an intention to clear your space. And the optional things would be adding crystals or stones, feathers, whatever connects with you. And if you're planning to burn your paper, where you are writing down everything you want to release and let go of, then you will want to have matches or a lighter of some sort, as well as a deep old pan, a iron burning bowl, or a large metal or glass bowl, something where you can burn easily and it's a friendly surface that you can place it on. So this is usually done best outside. If you're able to be under the full moon, it's an awesome experience. If you are not, then you can choose to write down your list of what you want to release and tear it up and shred it. Some people also place it in water and let it dissolve overnight and then flush it away. Burning it is really empowering, but make sure you are in a well-ventilated area if you are doing it in your home, where you can easily put it out with water immediately. Sometimes when we are burning what we want to release, it's filled with energy, and the fire can actually become strong. I make sure I always have a bottled water next to me so that if it does get out of hand, I can immediately put the water on it. I honestly have never had it happen where it has gotten out of hand, even when I've done this with a group, but it is just being precautionary and making sure you're being safe as you do this process. Now, here are the steps to prepare for your full moon release and meditation. Step 1 is going to be setting up your space. Choose now where you plan to do this release. If it will be outside, make sure you have your sage to clear your space. Make sure you have your candles and crystals and feathers and whatever else you wish to take with you, and the bottled water, as well as some sort of pan where you can place this paper and let it burn. Step 2 is going to be about setting your intention and grounding. It is really important that you ground and clear what your intention is. If you have just arrived home and it's very busy and there's a lot of energy going around, you want to take a moment to breathe and come back to your energy by grounding yourself before you start this release. A great way to ground yourself will be if you are able to go outside and put your bare feet on the ground, taking a few deep breaths in and envisioning life force energy coming up from the ground, shooting roots through the soles of your feet and going up into you, connecting with the earth, breathing deeply. And when you feel yourself begin to relax, then you are ready to begin writing your list. If you are unable to go outside, you can always take your shoes off and your socks off and stand barefoot on any surface. It still will help you ground. Make sure you can get to a quiet place where you won't be disturbed, so you can really connect with yourself and your heart before you begin this whole process of releasing. what no longer serves you. So the next step will be getting that paper and pencil or pen. Connect with your heart first. Some ideas might be to write down what you are afraid of. What fears and limiting beliefs do you feel are holding you back that you want to release and let go of? Perhaps you may want to write about someone or something that has upset you, that makes you feel angry or frustrated, that you wish to release. Another one might be, who do you need to forgive? I know this is a difficult one, but remember, forgiving means that you are not holding on to the grudge anymore. You're not holding on to the anger or the hurt, because forgiveness is about you letting go, not freeing the other person, but freeing yourself. As you're making this list, you want to keep it to about 5 to 10 things on your list, because you will have this opportunity again next month, and you don't want to overwhelm yourself. Once you have completed your list, you will put the date in the top right-hand corner and your signature at the bottom. Look it over. Read it out loud. See how it feels, and make any necessary changes. And if it feels right, then you are ready for the next step, which is speaking with the full moon. And what I mean by that is stating your intention by saying to the full moon, I give gratitude for the shining of your light and for bringing me clarity where I need it most, guiding me and assisting me and giving me the opportunity to release what no longer serves me. And I connect with this full moon right now because I am ready to let go of what is holding me back and what is keeping me blocked and what is no longer serving me. You are now ready to release and purge everything on your list. We ask the beautiful full moon to embrace you with its power and shower down upon you its healing love and light, and to wash away the extra baggage that no longer serves you. In this process, you are also allowing yourself to let go of the painful memories, heartaches, physical and emotional pain, giving gratitude for the lessons that these difficult situations have taught you. But you are ready to move forward now and release the negative, heavy energy. Say these words out loud with conviction and with pure intention. As you hold your list in front of you and your feet are firmly planted on the ground, I now wash away the fears of yesterday. I now release myself from the obstacles that hold me back. I now choose to forgive and let go of the past. I know that I no longer need to carry this with me. I am now choosing to wash away my fears, and I am choosing to replace them with the wisdom of my heart's desire. I am now releasing everything on my list. This is my intention. I am now free from all these things. I am now free from all these people that no longer serve me. I am releasing all the blocks in my life. And it is so. I give thanks and gratitude to this powerful full moon, to my guides and helpers and spirit team that are also working with me every day. And I thank the universe for releasing these from my physical body, my emotional body, my mental body, and my spiritual body. And it is so. Now at this time, if you are choosing to burn this paper, you will place it in the pan or the bowl. You will make sure you have your water with you. And when you are ready, you will light this paper. Make sure you are in a well-ventilated area. If you are choosing to be inside using water, you can place this paper in water. If you are choosing to tear up this paper, you will begin doing so right now. And you can even use scissors to cut it, or a shredder if you have one. And as this paper is either burning, or you are putting it in water, or you are cutting it up, you are going to state these words. I am now ready to embrace new positive beginnings that empower me and fill me with love and happiness. By placing my hands over my heart, I signify that I am cleansing the old so I can open up to this new, purifying energy. I am now ready, and I am signaling to the universe to cleanse all the negative energy from my body with the intention to make room for new, beautiful beginnings that are manifesting in my life right now. And it is so. Thank you. Thank you. Now, if you have completed this step, make sure you have completely put out the fire. And if you're leaving the paper in the water, you can leave it overnight so it will dissolve. And if you have cut up the paper, you are free to throw it away. And now you are ready for your meditation. As we begin, know that you can listen to this meditation outside under the full moon or inside in the comfort of your home. Do whatever resonates best for you. You also may find it helpful to have your list in your hands or close by. Now to begin. Find a comfortable place where you won't be disturbed. Begin by closing your eyes and setting your intention, connecting with the energy of the full moon and letting the full moon know you are grateful for the lighted path that is before you, which is helping you to clearly see what adjustments need to be made and what you are ready to release. Now take a nice, slow, deep breath in through your nose and release through your mouth. Once again, breathing in through your nose, new fresh clarity, and releasing through your mouth the old stagnant energy that no longer serves you. Let us join together in love, peace, and harmony as we gather together, embarking on this journey and connecting with the full moon as we prepare to cleanse and release what no longer serves us. We ask to be embraced in the highest vibration of pure divine love, pure healing light, surrounding us with safety and protection always. And we ask Archangel Michael from the south, bringing in the element of fire, to join us on this journey as we burn and release what no longer serves us. We ask Archangel Raphael from the east, offering us the element of air to bring healing as we reclaim our power and let go of blocks and limiting beliefs. And we ask Archangel Uriel from the north, bringing in the element of earth to give us a solid foundation upon which to build our dreams, providing us with stability and balance in our lives. And we call upon Archangel Gabriel from the west, bringing in the element of water to shower down upon us pure cleansing, white light, clearing away old wounds and washing away past issues that hold us back, and supporting us as we sit with our emotions, aligning with our true authentic self. As we gather under this beautiful full moon, we also invite our spirit team, guides, angels, and helpers to be by our side as we embrace the opportunity this full moon is offering us. Now recognize that this full moon is symbolizing the end of a chapter in your life, shedding light upon the things and situations and behaviors that need your attention so that you can let them go. This is a healing process of purging and releasing and letting go. Please remember to drink plenty of water when your session is complete. This full moon is also illuminating the things and people in your life that may be interfering with your spiritual growth and enlightenment. So right now, give yourself permission to be open to the light of the full moon and the messages that are being presented to you. Know that this is a great opportunity where you purge and release whatever you do not wish to take with you into your future. As you take in another cleansing breath through your nose, releasing the stagnant energy through your mouth, begin to feel your body relaxing even more deeply into a peaceful state, knowing that this is your time to heal, your time to purge, your time to release and let go of any stress, anxiety, and worries. Begin to feel them simply lift up off of your shoulders out of your mind, drifting up and away from you, drifting up further and further away from you into nothingness. Know that you are safe and secure, and your spirit team is surrounding you with loving, healing light. Now begin to see in your mind a beautiful path unfolding before you. The full moon above is shining its bright, illuminating light, and you can clearly see the path before you. Notice that this path is specifically just for you and you alone, and it is created by your spirit team to bring you the safety, the love, and the healing that is needed as you release and purge. As you walk slowly along this beautiful path, begin to notice a gentle breeze caressing your face. You can smell the scent of beautiful flowers, and you can see all the stars lighting up the sky, surrounding the bright full moon. You notice tall trees on either side of you as you walk along the path, feeling the velvety grass so soft beneath your feet. And as you come to the end of this path, you suddenly find yourself in a large, magnificent meadow. The full moon is shining, guiding you to a soft, large blanket awaiting your arrival. And as you sit or lie on this blanket, you find yourself looking up at the full moon and all the bright stars, feeling at peace, knowing that this is a powerful moment where you are here to heal and cleanse and rejuvenate your physical body, emotional body, mental body, spiritual body, and energy field. Taking in a nice, slow, deep breath, releasing and letting go. You are now ready to proceed with releasing everything on your list, stating out loud or in your mind, I am now releasing everything on my list. This is my intention. I am ready to let go of what no longer serves me. I am washing away the fears of yesterday. I now release myself from any obstacles that are in my path. I now choose to forgive, knowing that I am setting myself free by doing so. I am now free from all these things, situations, and people that no longer serve me. This is my intention, and I am choosing to let this go. and it is so. Now allow yourself to bask in this loving energy of the full moon as it vibrates healing energy onto you, assisting you in letting go and releasing, guiding you and helping you purge and wash away all painful memories, washing away and soothing heartache, releasing and dissolving physical pain, helping you let go of anger and grief, dissolving guilt and shame, and removing any limiting beliefs and blocks that have kept you stuck. Know that while you have endured many challenges, they have allowed you to gain so much wisdom and insight in the process. Understanding that choosing to hold on to memories and negative situations and people that weigh you down will continue to keep you stuck. Set yourself free. It's time. You are ready to move forward and release any negative, heavy energy right now. Say these words in your mind or out loud. My heart's desire is to be filled with love, happiness, peace, excellent health, prosperity, and abundance. And at this time, it is my intention, and I am choosing to heal every part of my body and my mind as I embrace this love and healing energy from this beautiful, vibrant full moon. Now begin to see in your mind everything you have written on your list. Notice that it is no longer bright and colorful. Notice that it has now become smaller and smaller, and you can barely see the words that you have written down. The list filled with everything you wish to release has now begun to move further and further away from you. Further and further away, no longer having any power or control over you. And as you look out into the distance, you can see this tiny speckle, smaller and smaller, until you no longer see it at all. It is gone. It is done. It is over. It is released and dissolved. You are free. You are now ready to embrace new positive beginnings that will empower you and fill you with joy and love. Place your hands over your heart This signifies that you are cleansing the old and opening up space for a healing to take place in all areas of your life. Know that as you bask under the beautiful, vibrant, healing light of the full moon, you are also choosing to make any necessary changes that are needed in order for you to move forward on your path. Say these words out loud or in your mind. I am choosing to love myself. I am choosing to honor myself. I now give thanks and gratitude to the full moon, to the universe, and my Creator. I now give thanks and gratitude to my spirit team, angels, and guides for being with me on this healing and nourishing, rejuvenating journey. I am so grateful for this cleansing and release, and I now have room and welcome in beautiful new beginnings that are manifesting in my life, and it is so. Thank you. Thank you. Now find yourself leaving the beautiful meadow, walking down the beautiful path, and finding yourself back into the present moment, knowing that you have released and you have cleansed and you have let go of what is no longer needed in your future. When you are ready, you can either continue to drift off into a wonderful deep sleep, or open your eyes and enjoy the rest of your day. At this time, I would like to thank each and every one of you. You all are extremely special to me, and I'm grateful that you have joined us to become part of this wonderful family. I wish you the best going forward, and I hope that you will share this video if you found it helpful. Hit the like button, the thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I look forward to talking with you again on the next new moon in July. Until then, Namaste.